This is the Impressions Exchange Podcast.
Impressions Exchange Podcast.
Where all topics impacting the graphic imaging and printing industry are addressed via in-depth news coverage, analysis, and timely interviews.
Hello, this is Bob Neubauer, editor of In-Plan Impressions, coming to you from the Printing United Expo floor in Atlanta on the third day of what's been an action-packed trade show. In addition to seeing all the equipment on the massive show floor, there have been a lot of in-plant networking opportunities, breakfasts, lunches, and happy hours, so I've been very busy talking with in-plant managers all week. So to kind of wrap things up, I brought three of those managers together on our show floor recording studio to get their observations on the show and find out what's going on in their implants back home. So, gentlemen, welcome. I really appreciate you doing this. I know we're all pretty tired here, but this is great. Why don't we just go down the line, let you introduce yourselves, and talk a little bit about your shop. Chris, why don't we start with you?
Well, I'm Christopher Donlin. I'm the senior manager of digital and print production for the Kohler Company in Kohler, Wisconsin. I'm also the president of IPMA, which I'm very excited about. It's great to be with my peers and learn what they're doing in their shops. But to come here to the show and to see all this new technology, what I was mentioning to you when we were walking over is the garment section, dye sub-printing and everything is super exciting to learn about. I personally, for my shop, I was looking for some automated bindery. So with our shop, we have only 3 full-time people. We've got about 1,800 square feet. We've got 2 large Xerox presses and 1 small, and then a monochrome machine. So with that few of people, we need to automate a little bit more of our finishing and kind of reduce those bottlenecks as much as possible. Before COVID, we did print a lot of longer run brochures, and COVID changed that, and now we're printing a lot more customized presentations for our sales staff across the nation. Order comes in, we'll ship it out the same day if we get it by about 1:30. But those are all now custom presentations that all get coil bound. So we need a little bit more automation in that area, and that's what I came to look at here.
Oh, very, very nice. Michael, tell us about your operation.
I'm Michael Serpak. I'm the director of University Printing at the University of Delaware. We're a medium-sized shop. We have 10 employees right now. We're about to hire 2 more employees, which we're excited about, which will get us right up to just about pre-pandemic levels. So that's pretty exciting. Production equipment, we have 2 Xerox ear desks that we just brought in December that we're pretty excited about. We have a Komori offset press, 5-color, a couple small presses, and a lot of bindery equipment. As an implant, university implant, we have to be sort of everything to everybody, so we have to be as well appropriated as possible.
You have the Canon wide format equipment?
Yeah. We brought in Flatbed, Arizona, and Colorado last year as well, which has been phenomenal. I can't even remember what it was like to not have those machines, to be honest with you.
Nice.
And our sign business has grown exponentially because of those.
Now, do you have any kind of automated cutter?
Well, surprisingly you asked, that's one of the things I'm looking for today.
I was wondering
here. I'm looking to reduce touch points and to add any possible services as well. So cutters, die cutters, laser cutters, all things cutter this year. There's been a lot of really cool things to look at.
Oh, nice. Al, it's the first time I'm actually seeing you since you left Boulder, Colorado. Tell us about your new implant.
So I am the director of print and mail for Western Carolina University. At Western Carolina, we have 10 employees as well. 2 are dedicated for mail, and 8 are in the print shop. And we've added to staff 1 employee in the last year, so they used to have only 7 in the print shop, and now 8. And we're set up like other implants, got to be all things to all people. So we have RICO production equipment. We have about a 6,300 square foot facility. 5,500 square feet is printing and wide format. And then we have a dedicated facility for ADA signs. It's got a CNC machine in it. And then we also do vehicle wraps in that building. So we actually have to bring in buses and trucks and be able to wrap those vehicles in there. So we have a wide breadth of things we do and a very small, flexible staff to do them all.
Have you always been doing the signage and vehicles, or did that come in the past few years?
That was something they were doing when I started there in 2021. but we've really expanded it, so we're also able to work with the community at large. So we do a lot of non-university entities vehicle wraps.
Wow. Did you have to send your staff out for training to learn how to do vehicle wraps?
Yeah, so we went to a Roland school for vehicle wraps.
Oh, yeah.
We also do installs for all the campus as well, so all campus signage is us. Since I've been on the campus, we also got the campus to agree to a in-source policy for all print.
Oh, nice.
So everything on the campus has to come through our office to be done.
A lot of implants are envious of you for having that.
You got to have good relationships and show you can do it.
Yeah.
That's really what it
That's
boils
for sure.
down to.
Well, since we're talking about installations, Michael, do you do your installations of the signage and the graphics?
We do. In fact, I should say I do.
All right.
For the most part, but I'm trying to expand that out to the rest of the staff. We do a lot of wall graphic, floor graphic. There's a few things that facilities has to do, like big banners and things like that, things that are high, if they involve high ladders or electricity at all. But for the most part, we do all our own, which has been great. Value-added service again, and to be able to uninstall as well has been a huge addition, and a lot of the local shops charge a little bit too much for that, so we're able to
But when you say value added, are you able to charge an extra charge for the installation?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
No,
So
we'll tag that on.
Yeah, well, good. Some do not, and but I feel that is a service that you need to
For sure.
be getting money for.
For sure, time is money.
You as well?
We also charge for that service. We charge for taking out our old stuff and putting in the new stuff, and we have some buildings that have annual or semester transformations. So we'll install stuff in the fall, take it out in the winter, install it again in the spring. Different, something else. But we've also found, and my staff was shocked to find out, we're cheaper than the community at large for all that work. So maybe we'll charge more in the future.
Everything's going up.
Are you doing, Christopher, are you doing wide format, and if you do any installations?
No, I do have a very old Canon IPF 9000S that is still running. The machine is incredible, but we do it for our executive presentations because we do a lot for retail with Home Depot and Lowe's. So the reason why we got it, it's a 60-inch, and we print out planograms, real images of our products, toilets, faucets, and things in aisle, almost at scale. So they're able to make that presentation to our leadership, but also to our to the Home Depot and Lowe's. We'll bring that along, and then we can show them, hey, we can change this box, change it up a little bit. We can get one more in the rack without you moving the rack. Things like that are really important. But I am looking. I may have an opportunity to build an entire wide format business for our exhibit and display group. I'm waiting for one large proposal for construction to go through, and if that goes through, I'm going to try to tag onto it and build an entire shop from scratch.
Excellent. Anybody have anything to share about what's been going on back home in your shop? Any new initiatives, new services?
When I arrived in 2020, we started signing for COVID in a serious way, and I thought this is all temporary work. And we started doing expand stands and floor graphics and wall graphics for COVID. That has never gone away, and now we do all those things for other reasons. So it's been amazing. We built the infrastructure to support that, and now we just do it for everything, for homecoming, for all the events on campus. So it's been amazing.
We had to become floor adhesive experts very quickly at that point.
Probably the one thing for me, Bob, that's changed is Kohler they want to be environmentally as neutral as possible by 2035, and we're making very large investments in solar energy and things like that. And now I'm getting contacted by some of those teams regarding environmentally friendly practices within my shop, but I'm also the head buyer for everything that goes out. So they want to know about our vendors, FSC, SFI, and all that other stuff. But they're also asking on a global basis, and I'm like, well, you kind of need to talk to them. Just taking care of our domestic stuff is very different. So those conversations are very interesting, Bob.
Got to say the embellishment from the Xerox Iridesks have been a big seller for us. Just being able to do the gold and the silver, white and clear has been a huge boon. It's brought in a lot of excitement. And just to be able to do it cheaply is pretty amazing.
What kind of products are they getting embellished?
It's exciting to see what people are doing. They started simple, just a sell sheet with some clear, a lot of like thank you cards and things like that with gold. Some of our departments use gold in their logo, so it's been really nice to be able to do that. It's been fun watching what our designers can come up with. So,
well, that's good to hear. I have talked to implants who have the embellishment capabilities, but they say customers just aren't asking for it. So what's your secret?
I push it as much as possible.
So
every single time somebody asks me, I tell them we can do it. We send out a postcard pretty much monthly with an example just for whoever can get it, and you just got to get the word out, really.
Oh, well, I'm glad that business is doing well.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot, you hear that a lot at the show. Anybody who has embellishment equipment just talks about how, like, this is what people want, and, they want to be able to touch something and have it look different than just ink on paper. Speaking of the expo, what have you each seen at the expo that you were impressed with that might actually help your implant grow?
I've been looking at inkjet quite a bit lately. We need a reason or a way to replace our offset at one point because it's just the machine's getting old, the plate setter's getting old, and inkjet really seems to be the way it's going. So I was able to get a look at the Fuji J-Press for once. I've never actually seen it in person before. I got to imagine it in our place. Interestingly enough, though, Fuji just came out with a giant toner-based machine, which I was surprised. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it does a larger sheet than the inkjet, and the color's phenomenal. But maybe think twice because it's been inkjet for years now, and all of a sudden there's this giant toner-based machine. So that was an odd turnaround for me.
Well, I'll be interested to hear about your decisions and your progress there.
For sure.
Oh, Al, anything at the show you really were impressed with? And
I'm surprised at the amount of workflow solutions that are here that I was not familiar with. So I spent 3 years working for a vendor, and we looked at lots of workflow solutions, and it's been 3 years since I worked there, and now there's all these new workflow solutions that I had never heard of. So I'm really now opening my eyes to maybe some other opportunities in that area.
Well, so it was good to come to the show then to learn about that.
Yeah, I thought I knew a lot about it.
There's always more to know.
Christopher, anything you saw that you really think would help your?
Well, I mainly came with a checkbook to look at some automated bindery, so I'm real happy with that. I did select 2 pieces of equipment. I need a little bit more approval to get both. But I definitely have approval to get one of them. But looking at the inkjet offerings as well, because my equipment is coming up on lease end, and within the next 6 months, I better have a decision made because it's going to take a little while to get those approvals and get everything ordered.
Well, clearly the three of you all found something very useful about coming to this show, and I know a lot of implants out there just don't have the funding, or they just tell me anyway that we just can't get to the show. But so I'm curious, how did each of you get the funding as an implant to be able to travel here to Atlanta and attend?
I mean, we're self-supporting, so it's I hate to say it comes down to my decision, but in my head, it's just the cost of doing business. There's really no other place where you can see kind of everything here at once and talk to the vendors, and I was able to set up some meetings, some future meetings for them to come to our implant to kind of take a look at our operation and see what will work. So there's really no question in my mind.
No,
it's kind of the one thing that we have to do this year.
Yeah. How about in your case, Al?
I'm in a similar boat where we are self-funded, but I still have to run my travel. We're state employees, so it all has to be approved. But it's very easy to justify this just based on the information you collect. We're all in these businesses, and if you don't know anything about what's going on out there in the world, you are so far behind, and you just can't keep up with it through the internet. It just doesn't work like that. You need to see it and understand it.
Yep, I totally agree. Christopher,
I do have a travel budget, so it is just included every year, because I go to the IPMA conferences as well. And then for this year, knowing that I did need to look at different equipment, just the education that you get, but also the excitement, the excitement for our industry, where people think, print is mean. It's like, no, it's not mean. It's absolutely beautiful, and we get so pumped up for our industry coming to this. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah. In fact, I even think you and I bumped into each other at Drupa in 2016. So those are fun, and I was able to say to my boss, I really can't go to Germany next year, so, I can come here for a third of the cost. And she said,
well, that
"Great,
works.
go."
Yeah.
It's true, though. If you think the industry is lagging, just come to an event like this, and it's just really fun to see how everyone's coming up with new things. So
Yeah, to see it all in person.
Always
it's
staying
nothing-
relevant.
Nothing like that. And to see all folks like you guys, that's what drives me. That's why I want to come. So, well, gentlemen, this has been wonderful, and I really appreciate you talking with me today and sharing your perspectives on the show.
That's my pleasure.
Bob. Thank you, Bob.